I don't know. Oh no. Anyway, how is everybody? I know I'm going live a little bit more often than usual, but that's okay. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Except for maybe I run out of things to talk about, but yeah, that happens, right? I like coming in because at this time, because I have people who can't come in during regular lives, and this gives me a chance to see them. Probably more than they would like. But I'm here. Have some big stuff happening that I can't talk about. At least not right now. Spent today working on scripts for videos that I need to figure out what I'm doing for them exactly. I have another one that I'm working on for next week that is going to be, unfortunately, all AI. How do you guys feel about AI stuff? That's a good poll. Hey everybody, sorry. I was doing a poll. Hi Rory. Hi Biloxi. Hi Carol. How is everybody? So just so you know, I'm gonna put this out there right now. I don't talk politics on my channel, so don't even bring it up. And if you do, you'll be told not to, and life goes on. I am in my 50s. So, for what it's worth, not that it matters. I won't be answering that question again. So, hope nobody else asks. I do have updates on the possibility of memberships. This is what people have voted on so far. Membership only videos, early access to videos, shoutouts in videos and social media, stories being sent out, and monster drawings being sent out. So, there is that. Not that my drawing skills are the best, but my videos are all about nature and nature-related topics, conservation. I normally do my lives at night, but I do have subscribers that live, yes. I do have people that live in Europe, and so I have started going live a little bit, just touch base with them. Aren't necessarily structured, have lives that aren't necessarily as structured as this one. Very cool. What time is it there? Hi, Angelina. Not sure. I am good. I am not tied down with babysitting today. Oh no. Nothing like looking at the ceiling, huh? How are you, Angelina? I am in a different spot in the house. I should have sort of a handle on it because when we did college, when I was in college, the schedules were done in military time. It's because the tripod was moving on me. That's weird. My connection. I lost my connection. I don't know what happened. Are you guys all here? Ah, yeah, I don't know. I was like trying to reconnect and then it wouldn't reconnect and how is well, I already asked that. Well, my internet's usually pretty decent, but depending upon where I'm at in the house, I guess it's not the greatest. Like, I started off live downstairs in the basement, and I had no bars. And then I moved upstairs and lost connection. So, yay. Yeah, plants are gonna be. I'm trying to introduce more plants. It's rainy and cloudy. And I'm not sure what it's like outside. I am working on plant videos. We have a couple coming out. That would be English ivy. Typically is what we have here in the States. I am getting an opportunity next week to go out and do pictures. And maybe the least, I don't know what type of pictures I'll get, but that's always cool. I'm going to be doing Eastern or American sycamore next week. I think it's next week. And then I think I've already posted it, but the field. Anyway, some fruit videos coming out eventually. Different stuff. So there are plant videos coming. I just scheduled showy goldenrod. Well, with this rain, I don't know what type of harvest they're having. Oh, you like the cryptids, Angelina? I might. I might. Oh, sorry. I have a love-hate thing with cryptids. Is it shaking too much, guys? The camera. I am drawing. Trying to do some monsters for everybody. Later on. I like cryptids. And yeah, they're goofy. the science part of me doesn't think much about cryptids. But there's another part of me that's like, man, I sometimes I wish they were real. And how cool it would be if they were real. And then I'm like, you know, it would be really bad if they were real. Because let's face it, way too many times we've seen animals get discovered. I've seen way too many times where animals have been discovered only to be wiped out. Yeah, it's not. But there's still people that do it. And they really really believe in the stuff. I mean, really believe in it. And I'm afraid he would be. Or locked up in a zoo. No, because Tasmanian tigers are different. They were real. Now that doesn't mean that they science does a thing where if we think an animal is extinct, and I'm going to talk about this in a video coming up. We do everything we can to eliminate the possibility that that animal might not be extinct. Is it possible that there's a pocket of Tasmanian tigers that survived? Yeah, it's totally possible. I mean, it's happened before where we think an animal is extinct and all of a sudden there it is. Um but until there is definite proof that that animal is alive, I am not going to buy people's videos or pictures, or I'm going to wait until science says, "Oh, yes, we found it." Because so much of it can be faked. Especially nowadays. And I mean, they're always discovering animals on top of that. So, uh, the okapi, the gorilla, those were all, even the platypus, in some respects, was like, this is the, when Europeans first saw a platypus in England, they only saw the skin, the taxidermy. They thought it was a fake. Legit, they thought it was fake. And then later, it was later we realized, hey, this isn't fake, and it's cool. But the gorilla was thought to be a cryptid because all we had were stories. I mean, legit. That's um. So it's weird, And then you get Bigfoot, who so I don't know. There's a couple things that trouble me. One you have to look at the areas that Bigfoot's being seen in. Okay? Can it support a breeding population? Cuz this is not a small animal, right? I mean, Bigfoot is somewhere between 7 to 8 feet tall. That's okay. Um we don't have skeletons, we don't have feces, we don't have hair. That a lot of times the DNA that we have, like from the hairs that we find, for the most part, those have been proven to be something else. Um, and I'm not doubting that there's something out there that people think is out there. From a distance, black bears are known to walk on two legs. Is it possible people are seeing a black bear and thinking it's something else? Mothman, when they talk about eyes glowing red at night, that could be a bird, because birds reflect light. Yeah, and there are people that fake it. One of the big pictures that were done of Bigfoot, it was confirmed by the people that made it that it was fake. And then there's other people who claim that, you couldn't fake it the way it looks. Yeah, owls, sandhill cranes, herons are big enough. So yeah, it's hard to say. With Bigfoot, you're dealing with an ape. You're dealing with a primate. And one that big. I mean, look how smart a gorilla and a chimpanzee are, or an orangutan for that matter. Bigfoot would have a good size head, good size brain. They might be capable of things that that the other great apes just aren't. I know there's animals. Well, and see, Nessie is one that I can disclaim pretty quickly. Or fairly quickly. And I know the stories go back years and years on Nessie. But you have to have a breeding pair. These animals don't live forever. So there has to be a breeding pair, and there has to be enough food. And you have to be able to find one another. So, my question is, why aren't we seeing more of them? Because reptiles breathe air. They're not fish. There aren't going to be a lot of animals that bury their dead. However, they could be. They could be burying their dead. And if they do, that would be why we don't have skeletons. But again, we don't. But again, reptiles breathe air, so they have to come to the surface. Now, depending upon where the nostrils are on the head, um, like an alligator or a crocodile, they don't have to have their whole head up out of the water in order to breathe. Because the nostrils are at the top. A whale doesn't have to completely submerge in order to breathe. So if that's the case, no, they wouldn't have to. But um they have to be able to find enough food. And they could be omnivores. They could be omnivorous like us, where they depend on plants and animals for food. Nessie would probably be a carnivore. She's probably piscivore, meaning she eats fish more than likely. And there's certainly fish in Loch Ness. Um yeah, but they have to be big enough. And yeah. Now there is a theory among some people where they think that Bigfoot is a interdimensional creature, so it's coming through a gate into our world. Um I don't necessarily believe that, but okay. If I had to pick a cryptid that would be my favorite, I would say probably Bigfoot. No, the type of animal that she was, if she is in fact a plesiosaur, they were not fish eaters. Sci-fi works, but when it comes to cryptids, you have to have a it's not don't look at it as science fiction. If you're trying to debunk, you have to be scientific about it. You can't just look at a picture of a chupacabra that somebody thinks they took a picture of and think, "Oh, yeah, that's a chupacabra." Um, you have to look at it and think, "Well, could that be a mammal that has mange?" And more often than not, it ends up being a dog with mange. Yeah. Um, Bigfoot is interesting because there are so many variations and so many stories. Like, it's not contained to just the Northwest. Some things are just going to be stories. made up to scare kids. Some stories we make up to yeah, definitely, because I mean, how many times in Arizona has it popped up? And so humans are interesting because we need to be able to explain things. And if we can't explain it, we will make up a story to explain it. Right? I mean, we do it all the time. Or if we want to scare our kids into not doing something, we make up stories. And Nessie's stories go back to BC, or I don't know BC, but AD, late AD. But just because they're stories doesn't mean that it's not fake. I mean, the Native Americans talk about thunderbirds, ginormous birds that flew across the sky. Um, um, I don't remember when the earliest uh I want to say somewhere between 1400 to mid 1600s on Nessie. No thunderbirds. Yeah, no, not a phoenix. Although phoenixes were another animal that the problem with the phoenix is the whole rebirth thing. It's like dragons. I mean, come on. Maybe, but I mean, there are stories of rocks, which are big birds that eat whales. No. And as much as we like unicorns and uh no. I mean, there are some things that are always. It would be cool, except for that we know sort of where the stories of dragons came from. Um and to a lesser extent, we can envision where unicorns came from. I mean, there's a couple different possibilities, but it's easier for me to buy into Bigfoot or Yeti than it is some of the others. Just because it makes more sense to me. But again, just because it's in the Bible, I'm sorry. As much as I love the Bible, um, it was written by man during a time when science was not the best. And people still were making maps with sea serpents and stuff on them. So yeah, I can pick what's real and what's not. I can use my head and say, scientifically speaking, an animal that breathes fire and flies through the air, probably not real. At least not as an animal. That is a topic I'm not going to talk about. Because that crosses over into the supernatural, and I'm not equipped to talk about that one. If Carol wants to touch on that one, my guess is nothing. My guess is nothing. A story. Now, there are things that to an early to somebody seeing it for the first time and didn't know what they were looking at. I have seen seals from a distance. Okay? And I can see where if you saw a seal for the first time and you did not know what a seal was, I could see where you might think it might be a mermaid. But that is not enough. The reports coming from the Middle Ages, it could be a metaphor for the devil. And that's what dragons could be, a metaphor for the devil. Yeah, I've seen seal. Because they will want to call it periscoping, where they look up because they have to breathe air. So a seal will bob their head up out of the water and look around. We create stories to scare. Lots of examples of that. Stories of leprechauns and the Shelley coat is another good example where It's a story meant to scare kids to stay away from the river. Because you would go into the river, if you were a kid, you could easily drown. And so they would make up stories to scare kids to keep them from going into the water or near the water. So Shellycoat and even some of the North American water spirits, the Selkie, the Kelpie, the Washerwoman, all stories about the water meant to scare you from going into the water. We needed a big bad enemy for our saints and our knights to fight. And so we came up with these stories. Now, I cannot explain I can't explain everything. Some things are not explainable. Like werewolfism, there are conditions that cause the face to grow hair. Insanity. Vampirism could be any number of diseases. It's also like if you were to go in back in the Middle Ages. Oh no, you're fine, Angelina. Don't worry about it. People would end up buried alive. And if you dug up somebody that was buried alive and they'd been trying to get out of the coffin, they'd be bloody. The corpse, as it goes through all of the gross stuff that corpses go through, if we didn't have that understanding of what was going on, that could happen. We didn't have a belief in germs and stuff, and so somebody dying and then having somebody else in the family suddenly come down sick, they would blame that on the body. They would blame that on a vampire, when in reality what was happening is maybe little John Doe had something like tuberculosis, and Jane Doe, his mom, was taking care of him. Well, and was in close contact with him. Jane Doe probably is going to die of tuberculosis. Or maybe John Doe had bubonic plague and Jane Doe was taking care of him and caught the black plague, because there's different types of that. Not everything is supernatural. In most cases, though, you die of a disease, and depending upon the disease, and under the right settings, whole families could be wiped out. There's a cemetery in Hobart, and well, not, I don't think it's Hobart, but one of the cities around us, where somebody got sick and it spread to the whole family, basically. As for skinwalkers, I don't know what to think of those. I have a costume for a plague doctor. What is so weird about that is they believed that sweet smelling stuff would keep you from getting the plague. And so they would stick flowers and maybe spices inside of the mask. And that would supposedly keep you from getting the plague. Probably not. They are there, but there's a lot of things that are tied to Native American folklore. We have our own versions of Nessie and little people, and that's the type of thing that makes me go, maybe. Yeah, even that nursery rhyme, it's all about the Black Plague. You just have to break it down into its different parts. Brownies and leprechauns and puckwudgies, I think is what they're called. Where they all do something um but also keep in mind that a lot of our fairy tales are way more darker than Disney makes them out to be. Elves, yeah. Wait till I do the could be. The Greeks believed that everything had a spirit, and if you didn't chop down a tree without first giving respect to the tree, its spirit would curse you. The nymph would curse you. Yeah, that's generally how Disney works. Is they will pick a story and then fiddle with it. Well, it's not so much a cryptid as it is their belief. That was their part of their belief system. Just like the the Navajos have skinwalkers. Are you not seeing Angelina's? Because Angelina's the only one in. Hopefully you're able to come back in. Because I don't have... She's gone. Well, who else is in? It's just Angelina, right? It's you, me, and Angelina. I hope. Although, I find it odd that I have 5 likes. Yeah, that's all I have, too. I mean, I could go a little day talking about this stuff. It's when you have science, I don't want to call it pseudoscience because there are people who really believe it, and you have the supernatural, and sometimes the human mind will try to make sense of what it sees, and sometimes we can't always do that. Yeah, this is usually about the time, though, that we start getting kids, which is not a bad thing. Cryptozoology is a touchy subject because, like I said, some of our animals that we know today as animals were originally cryptids. I don't know. That is a young man that needs to straighten himself out. Good kid, but Angelina doesn't know Michael. Now, there's a story. We probably, as much as I hate to say it, we probably will never see Michael again. I'm just saying. Me too. I completely agree, Angelina. Of course, who knows? Michael was no, I did not, and I'm not gonna watch it. Michael is a young man. I think he's young anyway. Um, Probably in his 20s. He came in and was completely, utterly rude to both Carol and to predecessor. he was very rude to the point where he had Carol ready to quit and predecessor willing to unsubscribe. Yeah. And this went on for like 2-3 weeks. Right, Carol? Where he would come in and just for no reason. All predecessor did literally was say hi. And he attacked her verbally. And one day, I don't know if Carol was in and she left and predecessor wasn't in. And I basically told him, if you want to stay, like, well, no. We had actually, it got so bad where we kicked him. Um, we had put him on timeout, and 2 seconds later, he'd be back in. We would hide from the channel, and he would be back in. And so I basically told him, if you want to be in my lives and you want to be a part of this channel, you will apologize to them and you will mean it. Because if you don't, I personally will kick you every single time that you come into this channel. Every single time. I don't care if I have to have Carol do it 1,000,000 times. Your behavior is not cool. You're not impressing me. Because that was the thing. He would never attack me. It was always Carol or predecessor. Every time. Every single time. And he, after that, he stopped and he was fine. Uh-oh, did I? Yeah, something was going on. Yeah, which is scary. Which is really scary. It kind of makes me worried about having the Facebook group, honestly, but whatever. Well, that's why I'm not putting up with um Alberto's stuff either. It's also why I'm really excited for YouTube to pull out its features. Because once they unveil that new community thing, I don't have to have the Facebook group. Necessarily. But no, there's been people come in that I wish were still here. But nobody, YouTube is a fluke sometimes. People come and go all the time. Yeah, I'm that's what I don't get is I think I had the group set up so that if I catch it in time, it will eventually just bring you into the group. And I am really protective over over the group and my subscribers as well. I don't tolerate stuff very well. A lot of people a lot of people come in, um they find the group and then end up they find a channel and then get stuck. Ah. Like I've never asked people what makes them stay. Predecessor has been with us. Carol's been with me, I think. I can see my whole face. Um, a lot of people, I think, come in, and some of them don't stick around. Um, some people will come in and they'll subscribe, and then I'll never see them again. There was a guy. Um, do you remember the guy, Carol, that came in and was talking with me about dinosaurs? Or was he on the other channel? I think his name was Josh. Because we had Josh and then Josh. Don't know. But it was awesome. It's not very often that I get somebody that is like as big of a nerd as me. And he definitely was. Like, he knew his stuff. And you could tell. Um, yeah, unfortunately I have. Michael was one that was bad, and then we had somebody in just a couple weeks ago that I had to get rid of because they were attacking predecessor again. And I honestly thought it was Michael, but I don't know. Well, I had one. Did I go live yesterday? Or was it Tuesday? The last time that I went live, I know. I don't know what it is. I had a guy. assuming it was a guy, sending me the eggplant emoji. And I'm like, please stop. And I got rid of them. Like, this is a family group. I'm not. I had two of them that were like, they wouldn't drop it. Just would not drop it. It might have been yesterday. I don't know if it wasn't Tuesday's. It wasn't Tuesday's live. It was afternoon. By the way, I don't know if anybody has seen the updates to the stats, but we jumped in the public watch hours jumped. I don't have it written down in front of me, otherwise I would tell you. Yeah, they think it's funny. How do I have 6 likes and 3 people? Hi, those of you in wherever you're at that I can't see you, but you're definitely here because you've posted. So I don't know if Angelina heard or not, but so far this is what I have for people's decisions on what I should do with memberships. Membership only videos, early access to videos, shout out in videos and social media, stories being sent out, and monster drawings. Right now I have 3 people in. Well, I try to do, when I go live, I try to encourage, and they could be, I try to encourage people to interact. Now, it's a little bit different. Like, I'll go live tonight on the other channel, and I probably should be going live on there more often than I do. But I would say 99.9% of the time, it's just me and Carol on Thursday nights. Yeah, but the monsters that I'm drawing are going to be sent out to members that pay a certain amount. I might make them, I don't know how I'm going to do it though. I don't think I'm going to put my address on the envelope. So it'll be drawn. Like I am not an expert. I'm not an artist. But it'll be something like that where it's hand drawn. Yeah, I don't want to do Mondays. I don't want to go live every single day. I'm trying to avoid that. But this is the first live during the day that I haven't had umpteen million people coming in. I want each one that I send out to be different. Because I want it to be. I want it to be unique for each person. Yeah, it's true. It is. Wednesdays and Sundays are sacred. More or less, I mean, they are. Mondays, I have meetings I don't have meetings on Monday. Wednesdays, I have meetings and, Wednesday and Sundays are like, I do, I do work on the channel on Mondays, but I don't go live typically on Sundays. Or if I do, Carol is not there. I won't ask her to come in on Sunday. And she knows that. Um when's next that reminds me, next Tuesday I will not be going live during the day because I can't. I'm going to be out taking care of some other business. Thank you, Angelina. That means a lot. Well, um, I do other stuff on Monday too. That would be my mom. One of my subscribers says, bless you. She says, thank you. I'm assuming you were reacting to the person sneezing, so. Um, I have two people from Europe that come in. Chelsea and oh my gosh, my mind is blank. Who is it? What's his name? 7-inch? I did. Bless you, Mom. Um, Carol is 7 inch? No. We just had a new subscriber. His screen name is different from his name on the Facebook group. And right now, names are gone. Oh, that's so bad. I'd know him if he came in. We have a new guy that just came into the group. It's either him or it's 7 inch. That is from the Netherlands. He's Dutch. We were discussing sort of genealogy with him last week, or last time he was in, because he asked me where my family originally was from, or he asked me if I was German. I don't remember if that was 7 inch or if that was somebody else. Wow, that's bad. Yeah, it's Netherlands because he's Dutch. Oh my gosh. This is gonna bug me. I'll have to wait till Friday to see if he comes in. Friday or Saturday. It amazes me that people will um come into live and it's like two it'll be like 2:26 a.m. and they're coming into live and I'm like, their time. And I'm thinking, you are really dedicated that you are staying up till 2:20 in the morning just to be my live. I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, I thought I was a night owl staying up till midnight. That's fine. It could be 7 inch. Oh, now the telephone's ringing. Hello. Who's Junior? Anything to interrupt. So the last big live, I guess it was Saturday's live. That was good. That's gonna push these lives where we go over, like we are over by 12 minutes. It's these lives that I like because they get me views. And I never thought I'd be one of those people that were like all about views and watch hours, and now look at me. I'm like, there's times, Angelina, where I will be putting together a video and I'll call Carol and I'm like, Carol, it's only 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes. Because now I have to really think about, is a video going to be long enough? Can I make it long enough? It is cold. It's like, but I get cold easy, so I don't know about anybody else, but I get cold. Okay, well, I think I am going to probably sign off because I have, well, Carol Carol has a very different role in topics. She helps to come up with ideas sometimes. But the topics and the research that goes into them, that's me. Although Carol sometimes gives ideas, and I'm open to ideas. Now, when those ideas come out, that's a different story. Like the live for Friday night was not supposed to happen till March or May. Yeah, and it's that dampness that makes it feel even colder. I'm glad you do, Angelina. The upcoming live is going to be interesting because I have no idea what's going to happen with it. And if he misses it, he misses it, but it's happening with or without Alberto, so we do. Like the zoos, the zoo to use. Um a lot of times we'll go through and we'll say, okay, let's look at this one and see if there's enough there to be a zoo to do, because if there isn't enough, if they don't offer enough extra stuff, there's no sense in doing it, because I need to be able to fill at least 30 minutes, give or take. And stop sending me a live. Alberto, you don't have to come in. That is totally up to you. Friday, we're doing FASA. So you better behave for Friday. Carol sweet talked me into doing it. I'm sure you aren't. But if you want to hear it and you want to learn about it, then there's an option. Yeah, because if it wasn't for Carol, we wouldn't be doing this till like March. In all seriousness, I smell food. I don't know what type of food it is, but I smell food. I have no idea what that is. Monday, I have to babysit. Are you leaving, Alberto? I was just going to go because I know I have a video sitting upstairs that I need to do. Okay. You don't have to. You're more than welcome to stay. Huh? What, Carol? What's the oh joy? What did I do now? I think so too. But he pops in and out a lot, so I think I'm getting better at being in front of the camera a little bit. He might be. Yeah. I'm probably going to be headed back up to my normal haunts. here in a second. What are you making, Mom?
I didn't make anything. I oiled the pan and heated it.
Oh, it smells good.
It's the pan the tomatillos got roasted in.
Oh.
I oiled it. It's a cast iron.
Well, I took,
Anyway, once I can squeeze through, I'm headed back upstairs.
What?
I took the little Smith girl's tree, right?
Yeah.
And plugged in her grandma. And ran it out.
That could be. No, it wasn't food. Sorry, guys. I guess I should say ladies. Sorry, ladies. You're getting a very bad. Ow, ow. You're getting a wonderful view, aren't you? Oh my goodness, sorry. Ugh. What's lovely? My crystals? I have bloodstone, red jasper, the ceiling, a geode, and deadly poison. All close by. It's a reminder that nature is never very far away. I do need a shave. Black screen? What black screen? What black screen? I don't have a black screen. Not yet, anyway. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Ow, ow, ow. I had to protect my wall from my head. Oh, you're welcome, Angelina. But I am gonna go, I think. Yeah, because I'm feeling a nap coming on. Cause I'm getting to the point where if I feel it, I need it. So if I feel like I need to take a nap, I listen and obey. So I will talk to you guys later. Carol, I am going live at 7 tonight. Yeah, because then I gotta get up and I have to finish up tomorrow's video. And I think this is the last, well, maybe not. There should be 2 shorts posted. I don't know when they stop. But there's a period where you are getting 2 shorts each night or each day, so you can pick and choose. This video that I'm working on now, it's going to be another long one. So for what it's worth. Other channel. It's going to be another peek at my collection. It'll be Herbivores of North America in my collection. If I remember right. And man, that glare on my... Sorry, I'm trying to cut the glare from my light on my glasses. It's horrible. Is that any better? Oh, now it's dark. Okay. Oh, I can't win. Anyway, I will see everybody later. See you tonight. Bye-bye. Remember to never give up on yourself and always keep learning. And whatever the other one is, I will see you ladies later tonight. Enjoy your afternoon and see you later. Bye-bye.